send a tingle down your spine, nothing will. That, of course, is the fabulous Avro Vulcan. And you can tell your grandchildren you've heard the Vulcan howl, the sound of those wonderful Rolls-Royce Olympus engines, 16,500 pounds of static thrust from each of them. That extraordinary howl that she makes when she's starting to take off. It's as if she is pawing the ground, ready to go. And you see what an amazingly agile aeroplane she is. This is a big bomber that carries 21,000 pounds of bombs, and in fact did exactly that down to the Falklands, with one of the pilots on today, Martin Withers, as the man in charge in the aircraft on the far side of the airfield, Vulcan Xh558. Coming back in towards us now, flown from the left-hand seat today by Kev Rumins. Vulcan squadrons, plus the Lincoln coat of arms on the fin with the Panther's head of #1 group on the nose. After the Royal Air Force tossed her onto the scrap heap in 1993, one Dr. Robert Fleming felt that the RAF should preserve her, but they didn't. And the end result was the Vulcan to the Sky Trust and the start of a unique campaign to get her back into the air. A campaign that lived on a knife edge since its earliest days. And there have indeed been many near disasters, financially speaking, but always she seems to come through. She costs £2 million a year to run this aircraft. That's about £38,500 every week. That has to be raised. She's not paid for in any way by the taxpayer, the Royal Air Force or the government. She is entirely funded by help from industry and the great British people. So more about how you can help in a moment, but let's keep our eyes on the display, because as she comes around this time, I think we'll see the bomb doors open. And inside the bomb bay that carried 21,000 pounds of bombs, there are now the names of people who've contributed and who've paid to have their names inside that enormous bomb bay. Much of the fundraising is done by the Vulcans of the Sky Club, which has more than 8,000 members, one of the biggest aviation heritage support clubs in the world. So she does continue to need everybody's help. I'll tell you more about how you can provide that. Just a word about who's flying her today. Kev Rumins is the man, the captain in the left-hand seat. Martin Withers, he's in the right-hand seat. He's the co-captain, and he's the man who flew that other Vulcan on the other side of the airfield down to the Falkland Islands. Phil Davis is the air electronics officer. He's the third member of the crew, and he is a man who works for Selex Galileo, and they've been enormously helpful to this whole project, so we're particularly grateful to them. See, she can tiptoe in when she wants to. That this aeroplane flew, and you might think that they were from different centuries, but no, only 11 years separated them. In fact, she's so graceful that if you extend her length by about 1.75, you get the shape of Concorde, and she is a predecessor of Concorde. spiral climb is a new part of the display. You might have noticed that she had the air brakes out. Those are those big brakes that stick out the top and bottom of the wing while she was doing that. That's because they thought the double spiral climb was a very good idea, but if they hadn't got the air brakes out, she'd have been up to 10,000 feet by now, and we'd be losing sight of her. vulcantothesky.org, all the W's, vulcantothesky.org. And we'll just wait for Kev to come in before I tell you a couple of other things you could be doing. Wheels up, power coming on in just a minute. That now, get your mobile phone out and text the word Vulcan, B-U-L-C-A-N, to 70558. Our number, of course, 558. So text Vulcan to 70558, and that will cost you £5 on your bill, plus a text charge, and about £4.50 of that is guaranteed to go to the Vulcan to the Sky Trust. So this is the end of the Vulcan display for today. Kev Ruman's bringing the magnificent old lady. After 30 years of commentating, I have never seen an aeroplane that affects people as much as this one. Me included, as you may be able to tell.